Hey, everybody, it's Eric J. Olson, and I am here for another live episode of the Managing Partners podcast. And today, Lucy has agreed to join us. Hey, Lucy, how's it going?
Yeah, great. I'm the famous Lucy Liu, but I'm not an actor. I'm the lawyer.
It's funny you said that. Yeah, when it showed up that Lucy Liu was going to be interviewed, my team was like, "Oh, wow, that's really cool." They had heard of you.
Why
I,
people
I,
knows my Charlie's Angel, right?
I'm guessing that happens to you every once in a while.
Yes, correct.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
Well, hey, Lucy, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
My name is Lucy Liu, from Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm a lawyer. I run a boutique law firm with office in Atlanta and New York City and the Silicon Valley. And I kind of founded my law firm back in 12 years ago. Okay. But I was kind of raised and born in China from a very, very poor village in a where people, there's just no toilet at home. I have to literally walk like 40 minutes to the community center to use the toilet. That's where I have my humble beginning. And then afterwards, I went to the top one school in China called the Tsinghua University. So I went there, studied the law school. Afterwards, I just came to the Illinois Tech in Chicago for my law school. And then I found my job in Atlanta. After I worked for other law firm for a few years, I found my own law firm 12 years ago. And that's where was my career. And also I'm married and I also have one lovely, beautiful daughter. Probably she will love me to show. See, this is her great painting, everything.
That is
This is
awesome.
my career life and my family life. Yes.
Oh, I love it. No, that's great. Very, very, very nice. That's cool. That's an amazing story. Actually, if you don't mind, can we kind of dive into that backstory a little
Go
bit?
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like you were talking about walking 40 minutes to use the restroom, which
Yeah,
it's
that's really
crazy.
real life.
People here in the United States, they kind of complain for, if their internet's down for 5 minutes, and like it sounds like you've actually experienced real hardship. How did you end up in the United States?
I tell you, this is really kind of story, right? When I went to law school in Tsinghua, at that time in my school, really do not have too many people want to come to the United States to study law school because we kind of feel like being a lawyer in America would be such a difficult, high-reaching task. It's very difficult to achieve. So at that time, I think what happened, my sister was in United States. She used to work for the EPA as a research scientist. So that's the reason because she was in the United States. I kind of feel like, hey, US is so close to me. Then I decided to apply for the law school in the US. And then great, my school in Illinois Tech, they give me like a tuition waiver. So I really don't pay for my tuition for law school. That's where I come from.
Wow.
It's just like a beautiful story. Yes.
That is incredibly impressive. I cannot personally imagine myself moving to a different country, especially one that's culturally, I would imagine, and you could attest to this, is significantly different than where you're from.
Yes. That's the reason we'll talk about it today. It's like about a manager partner, the journey for a manager partner. But a certain way, I kind of feel like when you run a law firm, it's also like one journey to yourself. You're kind of more looking for yourself, how to find out how you're going to mold yourself, how you shape yourself. I mean, it's just my journal for the law firm, for my legal tech, and also for my personal myself as well. Yes.
Good for you. So let's talk a little bit about your firm. Is it one company, multiple companies, and what are the special expertise?
What do we do is like my law firm. We kind of like we do immigration, we do corporate law, we also do business transaction, litigation, employment laws as well. That's like probably what do we do. We deal with clients like international company, U.S. company, and also like big company, small company, retail store, and even like a lot of individuals as well. That's where our clients tell. Yes.
Okay, I got you. That's great. Have you always focused on that particular those practice areas?
Yes. I think I kind of start. This is how we started. We started from immigration first, and then we have a clients like they are business, they are individual. When the clients kind of grow, we kind of just grow with our clients tail. That's how it comes.
Yeah, that's a great strategy, right? That's excellent.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of lawyers that people can go to. I would imagine competition is pretty stiff. What
Yeah.
what kind of sets you apart from your competition? What are
You
some
know
things
what?
you
I
all do
think
different?
definitely it's a kind of good question, right? Because there's always like so many lawyers. I think I read like one article about like one litigation law firm in New York City called the Cobra and King. They kind of mention you cannot really sell yourself as a clean kitchen, right? You definitely need to have something good for yourself. So for me, I kind of thinking for me, like what's my like, advantage? First thing is like, I'm one person. I was born with my nature, like a curiosity. I love like technology, everything. So that's reason like I utilize all of technology to run my law firm. We use a Slack from all my team. We use like Jira to run all the case, everything. And of course, we have case management software as well. So I think the technology this is one way set us different from like other people. I think the second thing is like, it's not from my nature. It's more where I learned from my past 20 years practice law. It's about the process, which means like, especially in my law firm, we have a high volume case. You cannot really rely on the passion out of from nowhere do the case. You do need to have one process. That's reasons like, but this is not a part of my nature, but I learned from that. And I kind of starting build up like a lot of a template, a lot of workflow, a lot of automation, and in running my law firm, which eventually provoked me to do my own legal tech startup called aiLegal. We do like a contract automation anytime, anywhere. That's like how I combine my practice law and the legal tech together. Yes.
That's excellent. The automation is key for my business for sure. And it seems like a lot of businesses don't take advantage of the automation tools that are out there. But I would imagine that since you have automation built in to your practice, that it actually could bring the cost down. Whereas normal practices probably pay a person to do those things.
You know what? My dream is really hopefully one day, like, the law firm should just like a retail store. Did you see right now the big company like a Bank of America, Trace, they open a small shop in the like a shopping mall, everything as well. That's really I kind of think in the future law firm should do the same thing. You should reach out the community. Don't always sit in the big large office like expensive like office suite. We should just really reach the community. Should do the same thing like Bank of America and like Trace.
That's interesting. Yeah, that would be a different business model, right? Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
But, so speaking of which, I wanted to ask about your growth plans for the future. Is that your growth plan?
You know what? My growth plan is really because I have my unique position in both like a practice law as a lawyer and also as a tech founder for the aiLegal. So my vision is really, I have like a few goals I want to achieve. First thing is really definitely going to increase the law firm, including my own law firm and other law firm, help them increase their efficiency, right? That's very important for law firm to succeed. And second thing is like, we also try to keep reduce the legal service fee, let more people have access to the more community can access to legal service. This is a second goal. I think third goal is really how to streamline the training for the law firm, for paralegal, for the attorneys. You have the streamline. If you don't get a streamline, it's very difficult to achieve the first two goals. And fourth thing is like, I think, I also try to build up like one effective incentive system to motivate the law firm, whatever attorney, paralegal, to deliver the best service. And I think last thing is really, I kind of do think it's like, we should not really treat our customer just pure like a customer. I kind of really think it's more like a family community. I want to building like one really good like family community because many of my clients deal with him for 10 years, 20 years. It's just part of my family. Send me all the notes, everything. They know my baby was born, my baby went to school. You know what? It's really, that's something I kind of see it. I was thinking when we do things right, I believe like revenue, business, whatever going to come in, the law firm and legal tech will continue to grow. Yes.
That's really nice. That's interesting that you send those kind of personal announcements to your clients where, most people kind of keep that information to themselves and away from their customers or clients and maybe put it on social media with, their true friends and that's it. But I think it's a good idea to broadcast kind of those personal wins for you. And if you have staff, your staff. And I think that's really nice.
Yeah, that's reasons like Eric, even right now the law firm, but in the reality, you think about it, just run any revenue in the law firm business. You see that when you call the law firm, majority of the time, lawyer will not pick up their phone call. Did you see my point? I think like the legal industry do have a lot of challenge you need to address. But in the meanwhile, when you see a lot of challenge, if a good law firm, you fully utilize technology, utilize like automation, you really sincerely care about your clients, you're going to set up a greater difference. You're going to differentiate yourself from other people's.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this before, but I hope you don't mind if I spring this question on you. What are some trends that you're seeing in the legal industry that are impacting you from technology to financial to regulatory? Are there trends that you're aware of? that you're thinking
You know
through?
what? I kind of think this is like the trend. I do see it. Okay, one way is like from the client side. The clients want pay less money, but get more, right? The clients don't want to pay more for whatever everything. But for lawyer side, here it is. Use a law firm, for example. My law firm will have a combination of like flat fee schedule, also have hourly rate fee schedule as well. For the flat rate, for me, I really truly believe flat rate in the future will be the future, because that kind of provoke the attorneys law firm to keep increasing the efficiency, bring the cost down, right? If you charge hourly, there's no incentive for you to do things efficiently. You're going to keep want to bill more, whatever. But this is going to contradict with the client's need. And I do see it's like if in the future the trend is really like, clients want to like, pay less, get more from an attorney. From attorney side is really like, it really depends on how to break down the work. I was thinking for more routine work, you need to use like a technology, automation tool, everything help you bring the efficiency, productivity to help your law firm to like have more profit margin. But in other ways, I do have some like, we call that like a rocket science, like attorney work. You have to go to court, go to trial. That's still like a human business. I was thinking is really as a like leader of the law firm business, you just have to assess like what kind of business you are in. How are you going to put the best combination for your own practice? That's like my 2 cents.
That's excellent. Great insight. I appreciate that. And then lastly, what I wanted to ask you is, what kind of marketing strategies have you put in place or are thinking about putting in place to just help grow your firm?
You know what? I was thinking right now at this point, the best 2 marketing strategy with me, okay? One is like a Google review, okay? It's more authentic, like feedback from the clients. Second thing is really word of mouth. And the clients word of mouth, like the existing clients refer the new clients. But I don't know, Eric, what's your feedback? For example, right? When I opened my law firm back in 12 years ago, I was like so young. I have knowledge, have like, young, stupid, but I was like younger than 30. I just opened my law firm. But the first 6 months is so horrible. I just literally have no business coming in. You're just busy set of law firm, building your template, everything as well. And then I think in the next 6 months, and then went to another cycle. It's like you're starting to have business traction, everything. But I'm just working in the office every day, like a day and night, but I have no profit. I don't make any money at all. I think at the end of the first 1 year, I almost going to shut down my business, right? And I think, until I continue to sustain, I think, no matter Google review or even word of mouth, all come from the hard work, which means you have to build up your reputation. You have to build up the quality of your service, right? Clients need to like you. Otherwise, they are not going to refer you. They are not going to give you a good review. And I think like after a certain point, I continue persistent, do my work, train my team, everything. And then have like one pivotal, which means it's like we have enough volume of the clients, and clients will keep your word of mouth, Google review, and then the business comes itself. This is like my personal experience. So I want to get back to you, so Eric. I think I definitely do have some like other more like a solo like law firm, like small boutique law firm where they just get to into the market. I think Eric did a great job, talk to the manager, partner in all kind of law firm. How did you like get your business from beginning? I want to know as well. So I think that's definitely going to put the 2 cents to other law firm, like other young people, because people ask me, Lucy, how did you grow your business? I kind of feel like everything's happened like a dream. I don't know. I just like hit something maybe right. I just don't know. Maybe I want to get it from your input as well.
I get that question asked so often that I literally wrote a book about it. It's called $1 Million Journey, and it's coming out very soon,
right.
Like within a couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, I did not ask her to tee this up, but since Lucy did tee it up, I will show the cover here. It's probably a little on the big side, but this is the cover. Yeah, it's not getting smaller, but you can always, here we go. So this is the actual manuscript, $1 Million Journey, how to launch a 7-figure business. So just like you, I get asked this question all the time. And so, and I love answering it. It's really interesting. And to hear your story about how in the beginning, you were just working, and you weren't making a profit. It's extremely common to hear that story, especially because it sounds like you went right into business. You didn't have any contacts, you were new to the country. And so you did it the hard way. So you had, the only thing that you had is your work and the referrals, hopefully. and the trust of your existing clients. And so you had to build it up just like, it's like building a brick wall, one brick at a time. But you did that, and you built some momentum. So congratulations to you. That is quite an impressive story from the very beginning, coming from China and then coming here to finish out your education and starting your business. I mean, I would absolutely say you are living the American dream. Like, good for you.
Definitely. And also, we're going to help many other people living their own American dreamers as well. We're all in dream. Happy dream, right?
Happy dream. All right, Lucy, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Okay, bye-bye.